We're taking a look at potential free agent targets, and Tottenham have been dealt a massive blow ahead of their visit to Old Trafford. Let's start with midfield free agent options Manchester United could seriously explore. Bayern Munich star Leon Goretzka is set to see his contract expire at the Allianz Arena at the end of the current season. Following an official confirmation from the club that he will leave once the campaign concludes, the German international is expected to be available on a free transfer. Goretzka would arrive as an experienced campaigner and proven winner, someone capable of instantly raising standards in any elite dressing room across Europe. With Casemiro expected to move on, this could be exactly the type of profile United are looking for. Although versatile enough to operate in multiple midfield roles, he is most effective as a number 8. During his time with Bayern, Goretzka has lifted 6 Bundesliga titles, won the Champions League in 2020, and collected numerous domestic and European honors with the Bavarian Giants. He also remains an important figure for the German national team. With the 30-year-old currently playing abroad, United are in a position to move quickly and potentially agree a pre-contract deal, beating competition from clubs like Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. As his deal expires in June and with United pushing strongly for a return to European football, the Red Devils could act decisively and make Goretzka the first signing of a major midfield overhaul. While the club may choose to wait until the summer to fully assess their options, securing such a player early could prove to be smart business. Now to Tottenham Hotspur, who have received devastating injury news ahead of their Premier League showdown with Manchester United. The two sides will meet at Old Trafford in match week 25 of the 2025-26 season. This fixture presents a huge opportunity for United, who are currently in red-hot form and aiming to extend their winning streak, while Spurs are struggling with an alarming injury crisis. United are currently without just 2 confirmed absentees, Matthijs de Ligt and Patrick Dorgu, while Mason Mount, who missed the Fulham game, remains a doubt with no final decision yet made on his availability. Tottenham's problems are far more severe. James Maddison suffered a serious ACL tear in his right knee during a preseason friendly against Newcastle United in South Korea in early August 2025. The injury required major surgery and carries a recovery timeline of 9 to 10 months, effectively ruling him out for most of the season. Rodrigo Bentancur also went under the knife after tearing his right hamstring in January 2026 against Bournemouth. The Uruguayan midfielder has since begun rehabilitation under the supervision of Spurs' medical team. Mohamed Kudus, one of Tottenham's most dangerous attacking threats, is sidelined for approximately 3 months due to a significant quadriceps injury sustained in the January 4th clash with Sunderland. Manager Thomas Frank has confirmed he may not return until April. Defender Ben Davies fractured his left ankle and required surgery following January's match against West Ham United. This setback is expected to keep him out for an extended period, placing his involvement in the remainder of the season and Wales World Cup qualifiers in serious doubt. Young midfielder Lucas Bergvall is also facing a 3-month absence after suffering a high ankle sprain against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. Surgery was required, and he will miss Sweden's World Cup playoff matches in March. Tottenham's leading scorer this season, Richarlison, is ruled out for 7 weeks after picking up a hamstring injury in mid-January following the Aston Villa game, a huge loss for Spurs' attacking options. Right-back Pedro Porro is expected to miss around 4 weeks after sustaining a hamstring issue against Burnley at Turf Moor in late January, ruling him out of several key fixtures. Dejan Kulusevski continues to be sidelined with a complex knee injury that required surgery in May 2025 after the Crystal Palace match, which forced him to miss the Europa League final. There has still been no clear update on his return. Kevin Danso also suffered a setback in Tottenham's recent Champions League clash with Frankfurt after landing awkwardly and hyperextending his big toe. Thomas Frank has confirmed the defender will see a specialist to determine the severity and recovery timeline. On top of these long-term absences, several players remain doubts. Dominic Solanke underwent minor ankle surgery in September and limped off against Manchester City on February 1st, although he insists he is fit. Medical clearance, however, is still pending. Captain Christian Romero was forced off during the City match after feeling unwell, having previously dealt with an adductor issue. Mickey van de Ven missed recent games due to a minor knock, though Frank is hopeful the Dutch defender will return soon after earlier hamstring problems. Meanwhile, Jed Spence is sidelined with a calf injury that kept him out against City, with optimism that it is not too serious, though he remains unavailable for now. Altogether, Spurs could be missing as many as 11 first-team players heading into this crucial away fixture. The scale of the injury crisis has placed enormous pressure on Thomas Frank and the remaining squad as they prepare to face a rampant Manchester United side. Switching focus now to Barcelona, where Hansi Flick has been full of praise for Marcus Rashford. Rashford's decision to leave Manchester United on loan last summer is increasingly looking like one of the smartest moves of the season. Joining Barcelona with a €30 million buy option, the England international has steadily rediscovered his best form under Flick's guidance. Rashford has become an important part of Barcelona's attacking setup as the Blaugrana continue to compete strongly on multiple fronts. Even when he doesn't start, he has consistently proven capable of changing games from the bench. That impact was clear in the Copa del Rey tie against Alaves, where Rashford delivered a crucial corner assist for Ronald Araujo's goal and played a role in several dangerous attacking moves that helped Barcelona progress. From a numbers perspective, Rashford's season has been highly impressive, reaching double figures for both goals and assists across all competitions, including La Liga, the Champions League, and the Copa del Rey. His ability to influence matches whether starting or coming on late has been invaluable during a packed schedule. Hansi Flick has publicly spoken about how highly he rates Rashford, stressing that the forward still has plenty of untapped potential. While pleased with his performances so far, Flick continues to push him to improve, particularly in finishing and decision-making in the final third. Pace, technique, mentality, and relentless work rate remain non-negotiable under the German coach. Off the pitch, Rashford's future now appears far clearer. Despite reports suggesting Michael Carrick wanted to bring him back to Manchester United, Rashford has reportedly shut the door on a return to Old Trafford. Comfortable in Spain, he is said to be fully committed to continuing his career with Barcelona long-term. This stance has already been communicated internally, with Rashford keen to remain at the Spotify Camp Nou beyond the next World Cup. Even if Barcelona decide against activating the permanent option, he would prefer a new challenge elsewhere rather than returning to United. Financially, Barcelona are in a strong position. The €30 million buy clause is viewed as outstanding value given Rashford's resurgence and rising market value. After tough negotiations last summer, Barca now hold the advantage, and the decision on when to trigger the clause rests entirely with them. With strong performances, full backing from the coaching staff, and a clear desire from the player, a permanent move to Barcelona appears only a matter of time. If completed, the club would secure a world-class forward at a very reasonable price.